Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a guide for you guys on how to farm gold in Tales of Zestiria, because if you want to try and get either a lot of money so you can buy things to upgrade your grade on the Lords of the Land, this is a very nice way to do it. If you just want money, just be greedy, who doesn't like cash money? This is a pretty easy to follow online. In fact, I'll put a link to the guide in the description below, so you can read it as long as and follow it visually, because it's always pretty nice to have a guide right next to you. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what you need to prepare before you actually start trying to farm this gold. One. At least one of your party members needs to be level 76. Any lower, this will not work. If you need to raise your level, make sure you have your difficulties set lower, not like on a hard or higher level, because you won't gain as much experience. There are experience farming ways as well. I don't know any. You can Google that yourself. You're a big kid now. Another thing, when you go to one of your lords of land, and you know how you can set boons, what's called boons for your area that you're in? You need to have at least one. You need to it's applicable to have all of the lords of the land be at least level 2. You can see mine's level 20. You want at least all of them to be level 2. That way you have access to a skill called treasure restoration. Treasure restoration will basically refill all of the treasure chests with new items after a certain period of time. More than likely, if you've played through the entire story of Tales of Zestiria, you're probably going to have every single one at least level 2. And then there is one you have to unlock yet, which I'll cover in a little bit. But at least have at least one, or have all Lords of the Lands be level 2, and set the boon Treasure Restoration. Make sure it has a little check mark by it. It only costs 1 boon point, so it's not any problem at all to get it to activated. Next is the 7 Lords of the Land. Well, like I just mentioned, you don't need the 7th and last one unlocked and able to do this. I feel like a lot of people don't know where this one is. It's actually on the bonus dungeon that you get after completing the main story. The last save point before you go fight the Lord of Calamity, if you go up those big stairs and you remember that long spacious area? Yeah, I guess I can show you. There's a long spacious area that is just it didn't make any sense for it to be there, but they actually made a reason for it to be there besides, I guess, just scenery. I guess it is technically the church of where the old shepherd stabbed the... Did he stab it? I don't even remember. It was so long ago that I beat the story. But this area here. You go up the stairs, you run past this pedestal thing, and you can see this little warp area. If you check it, you'll get warped to this new bonus area. This is where you can unlock the final Lord of Land. It's actually this cat here, but you don't find him there. You find him in the southeastern area down here. So just go in this area. He's along the beach, so just search that outer area and you should be able to find him okay. Alright, so that's another preparation down. Another preparation. Make sure you have every single key to unlock the treasure chest. This includes the bronze one that you get during the story, the silver one that is located in the Tingel Ruins, which is the Assassin's Guild base, and the gold key. The gold key is located in the Artis Ruins, which is the last dungeon before... It's a dungeon in... What's that area called? The Plitzerback Wetland. It's all the way in the west. Make sure you go there. Make sure you get this gold key. And finally, well, not finally, there's still a bunch of other stuff to do, but another thing is the difficulty level. When you're doing this, make sure you set your difficulty to hard. But Because you earn more gold and hard, I can see why this is a desirable option. But putting the game on simple makes it so that you can use items faster, which is very important to this. You have to use a certain item over and over again in order to accumulate all the gold we're going to be making. So, it's only a 300,000 gold difference between simple and hard. If you want to do... So it's really a choice. Do you want to do it timely in a quick fashion, or do you want to take your time with it but still make more money? I personally like the simple one because I just like doing it quicker. It's only a 300,000 gold difference, which compared to how much money we'll be making is not a lot. Alrighty, next up is the item we're going to be using in battles. If we teleport to Logrin and go up to this shop, the shop here, the kid, we'll be buying something called drop bottles, which you can see I have unlocked here. But you can only buy these drop bottles if your level with the shop is at least level 4 stars. You cannot buy this item if you don't have 4 stars. I have it maxed out right now, so I have no problem with it. But just buy things over and over. Go out, fight enemies, and restore the... I think it's after you fight 3 battles, the markets refresh. So just keep buying things until you have 4 stars. It does take a little bit of money, but you should be okay. If you are in trouble for money, you can technically still use the method I'm going to show you. You just won't make as much. You'll make like 60,000, which isn't bad. It should be enough to get you to 4 stars, but it won't be how much we're going to be making. Trust me. So, once you're able to buy drop balls, you want to buy 15 of them, because that's the maximum amount you can carry right now. So buy 15, which I believe is 300,000. So another kind of steep price you need in order to get this gold farm process going, but very worth it. Next, sleeping at the inn. And the good thing is, it's the same inn in the same town, or it's the inn in the same town. This inn here is the preferred inn I choose to sleep at, because there's a food. You know how when you eat food you can get a bonus in battles? There's a food here called deep fried prawns. When your maximum damage, like during a combo, like a long power hit combo, if that maximum damage exceeds 10,000, you'll receive 75% more gold. That is huge. That's going to be a difference of, I believe it was 800,000 gold. So it's very nice, and I very much recommend getting this. But I believe, yes, you have to have this in at the rank of 2 stars, which honestly is not bad. I am only at 3.5, and I've been doing this for a while. So getting this to 2 stars is pretty easy. All you have to do, just go and eat baked potatoes over and over again until you get to level 2. It's not difficult. Plus, you'll knock out some skits for completion. So that's pretty nice. Once you're able to eat this food... that's pretty much it. Once you're able to eat that food, you're pretty much done. We can now start the actual process of finding a certain monster. There are monsters known as mimics. These mimics like to hide in treasure chests, pretty much. Instead of, when you walk up to a treasure chest, when you open it, instead of you getting items, a monster pops out which you can fight. I actually didn't eat there. I better go eat. I'll explain this while I'm traveling back. Excuse me. If you kill this mimic, they actually give you more gold than any other monster. But the one that we're specifically looking for is only accessible at level 76. That's why you need to have at least one person be level 76. It doesn't have to be Saray, doesn't have to be Rose, just one character. So... once you eat your food, your deep fried prawns, and you have 15 drop bottles, there are certain dungeons that you want to go to. I will list them all so that you can see them. In fact, I'll list everything that you need as another kind of visual representation. The first dungeon that we want to go to on our list is called the Arctis Ruins. Why this dungeon specifically? Because there are 2 treasure chests up here. So we're going to open this one. A sharp edge paper. I believe I'm still on simple. Okay. So, you just run around opening treasure chest until you find the monster. Until you find this mimic. The mimic is a giant gold golem. So it's pretty recognizable. So if I can find one fairly quickly here, that'd be nice. If not, then I'll just cut to when I actually find one. Okay, here we go. I finally found one. So this is the mimic that we are looking for. Just a giant gold golem. When you find one, you want to set your strategy to prioritize defense. This way nobody is attacking the beast because he will attack mercilessly, and his attacks do about 1,000 to 2,000 points of damage. Here you'll see this one. Oh, I dodged it. That's a bad example. Don't follow that. Or follow that. You don't really want to get hurt. But once you find a golem, you want to go to your items and use a drop bottle. And as soon as you're able to use another item, use another one. And I would recommend having the character you're controlling be standing right next to the golem, so that he doesn't just go after everybody else, because he will probably take them out, because sometimes the AI is stupid. But that's whatever. It's fine. He's pretty easy to dodge. He takes time to load up his swinging. So for right now, we're just going to keep using our drop potions. Now, since we're on simple, that item usage bar goes down very quickly. If we were on hard mode, that bar takes a long time. Which is why I like having the difficulty be on simple better, because it's just faster. Alright, looks like we're almost all the way through our usage here. And like I said, there's a set list of dungeons that you want to go through, like in that order, because I'm sure as you've gone through dungeons throughout your playthrough, you've noticed that a lot of dungeons have a room of treasure chests at the end of them, or at least 1 or 2. Most of the dungeons that I'm using, all of them have at least 3. No, one of them has 2, but they're very close to the save point. Oh, well, I didn't really need to use that. Okay, so we used all of our drop potions. So now our goal is to get a counter, or get a damage counter over 10,000. If you use a Mystic Art with Lila, it should be able to do it. He's actually weak to fire, so using your Mystic Art with Lila will pretty much guarantee that you kill them. And look at that. 1,500,201. Oh my gosh. 1,521,712 gold in one fight. If we were on hard mode, it'd be around 1.8 million gold. So that's just one battle. And normally you can find these guys relatively quickly. It took me 3 dungeons. I think I went to 3 different dungeons to find this, which is pretty quick. You usually find at least 2 through one cycle of dungeons. And the best part is, once you're through a cycle of dungeons, the first dungeon's treasure chests have already reset. So it is very quick. So that's pretty much it. Just keep going through all the dungeons. Obviously after a battle, you have to go back to Lauren, whatever this town is called. Go back, buy 15 more drop bottles, which is 300,000 gold. The food lasts for 8 battles, so you can keep track if you want to of how many battles. Just make sure that you are still having that effect. And that's pretty much it. This is a very lucrative way of making money in this game. On your if you want to do a second playthrough, or if you're doing this on a second playthrough, you can make even more gold. Once you beat the game for the first time, you start New Game Plus, you have the option of using grade from Lords of the Land to get double gold, or not, is a double gold. I think there's a double gold option, and there is a item capacity limit deleter. Like you can hold 30 items instead of 15. Your new limit is 30. So you can use 30 drop potions in one battle. That gets you, I think it's around over 8 million gold in a single battle, which it would be very helpful if you want to level every single Lord of the Land to max, because each Lord of the Land is about 20, goes to about 25, and it does take a lot of money. If you want to see a leveling your Lord of the Land video, I will gladly make one. Just let me know. But until then, guys, I will see you later. Have a good one. Enjoy the farming.